Yes.
Right, let's dig into this one then. I thought we'd mention this again. You may have heard this yesterday, but we're talking all about Sister Act, the musical.
Ah, yes, I've
Brilliant.
seen this.
Yeah.
It's got two rather famous names involved, hasn't it?
Certainly has. Whoopi Goldberg, who was the big star of the original Sister Act film,
course.
is going to be taking part in the musical, playing Dolores Van Cartier, the character she played in the movie. And Jennifer Saunders is coming into this as well to play the convent's Mother Superior. Now, I think this could be a bit of gold dust on stage.
That's going to be brilliant, isn't it? That's a wonderful
I've seen
pairing.
a picture of them in their sort of nun outfits, I suppose is what you call it. They look fantastic. And yeah, two sort of comedy legends from across the pond and here, of course.
And it was 1992, the Sister Act movie, the original. I've never seen the sequel.
The sequel is my actual preference.
Okay.
I must say, yeah. Sister Act 2 is when they go in and help a group of school kids that are, in a bit of a rough area. They're not doing particularly well, and they all come together. But there's some great songs because, of course, Lauryn Hill featured in that. I was from the Fugees, you might know her. Great singer, and so she featured in Sister Act 2, which was great film.
I need to have a look at that.
It's
then.
a
I've not
great
seen
film.
that one either.
Have either
One,
of you
one for over the weekend, maybe.
I'm playing down how excited I am.
Definitely. No. Have either of you seen the musical version?
No,
I haven't. No,
haven't.
I would love to.
Well, it was here on the island a few years ago. I think it was the DCU who did a great version of it. I saw it in London as well about 10 years ago. It doesn't feature any of the music from the movie. They're all original songs, but it's one of those great sort of feel-good shows, and particularly with Whoopi and Jennifer Saunders involved. This is going to run at London's Eventim Apollo from the 29th of July next year to the 30th of August. So it is a limited run. If you fancy seeing Whoopi and Jennifer together, you'll have to be quick to get your tickets.
I imagine they'll sell out very quickly. Well, my story is rather different, and in fact, it's just disappeared from my page. But the BBC presenter Huw Edwards, who is 58, I don't think that's particularly necessary for the story, but he has showed a bit of bravery, shall we say. A burglar tried to get into his London home in the middle of the night, and he chased him out into the street in his pyjamas.
Good old Huw.
Good old Huw, yeah.
You wouldn't mess with him. I think, when you see him on the news, great control and poise and woe betide you if you try and break into his house.
The burglar ran out, at 5:30 and stole his car, which has now been returned to him. But yeah, sorry.
I was going to say on his Instagram, he does post a lot of videos of himself doing boxing and stuff like that. So I suspect he could handle himself.
I love that you follow Huw Edwards on Instagram. This is a great revelation.
My other half does as well, because Huw is a very accomplished church organist as well. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, very musical. And you're right, Charlotte. It's been covered in various newspapers that Huw is in great shape these days because he's sort of been taking himself to the gym and working out.
He's been doing a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
He's lost. I had the amount of weight he's lost. 3 stone.
Wow.
Since he started his fitness regime, so he's been really on it. Incredible. I mean, that's a story in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, he does look great, and his nice trendy haircut as well. if there's a general election impending across the water, Huw will very much be there, right in the thick of all the BBC coverage, looking very trim. Sean, finally, what have you got for us this morning?
Well, Sean Combs, the rapper. How would you know him? Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Diddy?
I was going to say I didn't even know who it was until you said Puff Daddy. So
yeah, I'm a Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy or P Diddy maybe. Yeah,
or just plain Diddy. Well, he's changing his name again.
Oh, for goodness
sake!
So this not his stage name this time. His actual legal name. He's decided that his middle name John not interesting enough, so he's going to change his name to Sean Love Combs.
Is that love, not spelled L-U-V?
No,
please?
L-O-V-E, spelling it properly.
Not
So
too
yeah,
bad.
my new name is Love, aka Brother Love.
Oh, for goodness sake!
What-
It's just ridiculous.
What is it all about, this changing of names?
don't
I
understand.
mean, maybe change your name once. I mean, I've never been a great fan of Hartley, I have to admit. But
Really?
I haven't. I have to be
Well,
honest.
I don't like my last name because nobody, no matter how hard I pronounce my name correctly, can either say it or spell it.
I get a lot of misspelt first name and surname.
Yeah.
Cowper, I suppose. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be. Oh, so what's he going to be now then? Just recap.
Sean Love Combs.
Goodness me, and that's what he'll be known as, sort of musically and.
I have no
No
idea
one's
whether
going
he's
to know who
taking
he
it up.
is. I feel like it's career suicide in the music industry.
I mean,
You've built up years of a reputation as one name, and you go and change it, and nobody's going to know.
That's like, imagine Diana Ross or somebody like that just changing their name. It would
Yeah.
be-
P Diddy did all right though, didn't he? After Puff Daddy, he seemed to.
Yes, but I suppose so. But it's a bit more similar, isn't it? Puff Daddy, P Diddy. It's
Yeah,
it's
you
keeping the letters the same.
You can